Hey folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly check out The King is Watching. This is a rogue-lite tower defense slash base defense kind of game, and I will just warn you that while my key is a full key, I don't think my build has been updated yet in Steam to reflect that. I still think I'm playing on a demo branch. So everything that you're about to see is most definitely subject to change. And I did say rogue light earlier. There is permanent progression. You're going to earn denarii, I think it is. It's like this purple currency. And then you, in between each run, you go and upgrade your abilities or skills in a tree. So you pick a character, you pick a level, and keep in mind, again, my access was very limited to that regard. This game, by the way, seems to be allergic to mouse over tooltips. Everything in the main menu area just had no mouse over tooltip. I didn't know what I was clicking on until I clicked on it. That needs to be worked on for sure. So once you get in the game, the game is named The King is Watching for a reason. You've got, you start off with like a little L piece that you can rotate and move around this 4x4 grid. And whatever is inside that tetramino piece will work. So you're going to place buildings down in this 4x4 grid. However, only the buildings you have selected that you're quote-unquote watching will actually work and generate resources or do whatever. So even though you've built a well, if you don't have your little tetramino piece hovering over that, it's not going to produce anything. That's just stick. And then every wave enemies will come at you. And then if you are successful in fending off these enemies, then you'll be able to do cool things in between. There's a trader, for example, where you can spend the purple currency or whatever it is in order to get new buildings. You'll start off only being able to generate like water and wood and the like at the start, but over time you generate more resources. You can also choose how difficult future waves will be, at least the next 3. It's kind of like a prophecy thing. And depending on how hard they are, you'll get different rewards. So if you pick the harder waves, you'll get better rewards and so on. So it's a risk-reward thing there. You can even get new buildings in between each wave to get added to your little build menu on the bottom left. And there is like an ABC production chain going on here. For example, I had a wheat field that when I was working it would generate wheat, but then I had a mill which turned that wheat into flour and so on. And there is a market, but again, it's not very intuitive. First, you have to put your tetramino piece over the market, and then there's a little button for the market on the bottom middle, and it says manage, and you pick what resources you want to sell, and then you start earning gold that way. So that's really cool too. There's other buildings like one of them is a research building. Another one is like, this will generate spells slowly over time. All of that is really cool. I'm really liking it. My complaint with it is, again, there was very little in the way of a tutorial, so I didn't know really what I was doing until like I started falling behind, and I tried to play catch up. And also, real quick pro tip, to generate new units, you have to hover over their houses. Like I had 2 peasant houses and 1 farm, I think it was. I'm not sure what it was. But I had to hover my tetramino piece over those buildings in order to get them to generate new troops at the cost of wheat or whatever. Now, you can upgrade your tetramino piece so that you can quote-unquote watch more buildings at once. And that costs resources as well. So you start off with like a little line piece that covers 3 squares. But then I think the max they upgraded mine was like a I don't know, a squiggly. I don't know what it was. But it was 5. 2 on the top, 3 on the bottom. And again, you can rotate that as well by like right clicking or whatever it is on the actual tetramino piece. So there's some strategy in like how you organize everything. You can destroy buildings, but you don't get the resources back for it. So you kind of have to like think, how am I going to put this in here so that I'm not wasting a square unnecessarily? And I made the mistake of putting like my barrack unit type buildings in the middle. So even though I was at my population cap, I still had my tetramino piece over them. So if in the next run, I'll put them off to the side and like put an area that's totally just resource management. I didn't know what I was doing, obviously, on my first run. So, like, these are, like, little things that I'm learning as I'm playing this. But, like, all in all, I'm loving this game. Like, it's really cool. It's a lot of fun. My biggest complaint is the game doesn't do a very good job sort of like implementing these things and getting you to understand them. Again, the main menu, no mouse over tooltips whatsoever. I didn't know what I could click on. I didn't know what they were. I was guessing. And that needs to be worked. I think this game needs to be a bit more intuitive for first-time players. Again, keep in mind what you're looking at here is still, like, I guess the demo build. My full version hasn't updated to the full version yet. So it is fun. I will say that, though. I am enjoying... I do appreciate that this is a rogue light, and that's probably what will keep me coming back, because I do want to upgrade all that stuff on the tech tree, get more powerful, and unlock more things over time. But with this being a demo build, I'm hesitant to really do that, because I don't want my progress to get erased or whatever. So there's a lot more to this game that I haven't seen yet. So I'm not going to review it yet, but I will just sort of draw your attention to it because it's fun. It needs more work to be a bit more intuitive for the first time player, but I'm liking it. Well, there you go, folks. Hopefully you found this helpful. This is Vince. Thanks for watching. Catch y'all next time. Take care.